Hi there, Ruth here once again. This is a little different video because, well, this time I'm not talking about our minivan and the road loft. That will be in another couple of videos that will come like really shortly. Here in the back there is that thing. That is a cooler that we just bought for short trips. I like to just use instead of the portable fridge that we have below it, that one, because you know that just requires a little bit too much of the power, and our jackery is pretty small, so that's for later. Let me turn around. I'm working on replacing, and I'm replacing this belt. That is the belt for our garage door opener. Yes, as you may notice, this is a heavy ass, old school, heavy wooden garage door in one piece. So this is a totally different animal from like the modern like aluminum lightweight doors that you simply drive through if you don't pay attention. This one, they will definitely stop your vehicle, and you'll actually damage your vehicle severely if you hit this one. So, of course, a lot more weight, to carry. What happened? Well, we have had this belt since, I think, 2008. So, what happened over time, as there's a lot of power, a lot of weight from this door, and a lot of power. It's a half horsepower from this opener, which is a Chamberlain WhisperDrive, by the way. So yeah, this starts happening after, well, let's say 15 years. So it's 15 years of use for a rubber belt, which is pretty good. I got a replacement here. So we bought this, and actually I need to open the package. So I'll do that like in the, the continuation of this video. But it's a steel belt, which is, stronger and should just, last at least as long as this one or this one. So I will do a little step-by-step on like how I'm going to install that thing. I took off the old belt, and look at, it's like totally worn out. Here, like some areas that are totally done. And I started with, the setup, and I'll kind of explain how this all works. So here is a turning point. Like here's a little wheel that you need to detach, but it's not it doesn't have teeth, so that means this is just guiding the belt. And actually, this is not the steel belt. This is a similar kind of rubber belt, but it's reinforced, so it should just hold up for the next 15 years or so. So now it's a little, a little loose. So, and I'm running this belt back and forth, just making sure that it keeps running. And I know like it's loose, but just making sure that it's ending and starting where it should be. I know there's a little bit of a buzz here. And then here, yeah, you need to guide the belt around this wheel, because of course this is the motor, so this runs everything. As I'm tightening up this screw here, this one, of course, the lower placement of that belt over there on the axle, that will change, so that will be tighter, so that means it won't rub. That's probably where the noise comes from. So this screw needs to be tightened, and then I need to attach, this contraption to it. So that's kind of a little bit of an adventure, as this is a heavy door, and I know the guy who installed it originally, he had a hard time because he's not an installer really. So here is kind of what I don't mind if there are like some installers or like some handymen among my viewers, and yeah, highly suggest to subscribe to my channel, because there's a lot of like stuff coming up that is more in the house. Like I'm planning to do some outdoor lighting, and I need to connect it all, to like some of the outlets in the garage, and also some security cameras that I'm installing. I know we already have them inside the house, but they're like on a lamp base, so footage is upside down, so I need to install them properly. But that's all gonna happen like soon. So if you would have any ideas on like how to make this better, and I know like this motor hangs a little low, or actually, well, I'm 5'8", so that means I could walk underneath. This is about, I think, well, like the original install was like really low. I was able to higher it, make it a little higher, but yeah, there needs to be this downward slope of the track, because otherwise it won't close the door, because it will just keep pushing the door and past it's like, that point, and then it will just, continue to get hiccups, and then it will break the motor. So this is just one angle that I have, and I'll just keep it for now. But if there would be any ideas that any of you may have in order to make this better, because I can walk underneath, my wife can walk underneath, well, most of my family can walk underneath, but if I have friends over and they're like over 6 feet, they'll definitely bump their head, because here's a car parked and here's a car parked, and by the way, here's like all the pieces of the belt. So I had to like brush them off the motor. So I'll sweep that up. So just coming up with touching the door and making sure that this thing keeps running. All right, not to waste too much time on like the how-to and all that, what happened. I just wanted to show what the let me get the opener. What the final situation looks like. So I just did a little bit of tweaking here. These are like the ranges of like how far down the door goes and how far up it goes. When I changed this, so that means it goes a little further up now, because I used to be like some kind of that point, like when this lever starts pushing and it's just, stops pushing too hard, and then it needs to just lower this door down like slowly, and then if it doesn't get enough power, it just stops and it goes back up. So that is an issue. So that means you need to kind of, increase the force here for when the door shuts. So that means the close force. It needs to go up, unfortunately, because then, you kind of push this lever a little harder, and I'd like to go a little slower and just kind of have a gentle nudge. But if you don't, or if I don't, then the door keeps like opening. So that's an issue. But so far, this works. So with all the adjustments, if any of us, because I won't touch it now, if any of us would have any idea on like how to make this bracket shorter and this motor sitting higher, how that would work, how that would help, please let me know, and I'll make some adjustments, and I would definitely appreciate your feedback on that. Thanks.